I've always been for abortion. I've always been pro-choice, always thought the woman should have the right to say whether or not she should have an abortion. And I still stand by that to this day. I still think a woman should have the right to have an abortion if she really wants one. And I can't stand the people who are like, no, let's not give her the right to have an abortion because at the end of the day, it's her body and it should be her choice. Not I or anyone else should have to make the decision for her. And I'm not exactly saying abortion is exactly a good thing in the sense that I don't think anyone in history has been like, yay, I'm gonna go get an abortion today, woohoo, fun. No, no. And I'm sure getting something like an abortion is pretty traumatizing. I know exactly what abortion is. You're pretty much killing the little fetus that's inside the woman's body because the woman or the man or both of them don't want the kid that's inside the woman, the kid that they created. And you know what? Again, like I said, I don't think it's necessarily a good thing, but I think it's a thing that we should have. Because again, if a man and a woman who accidentally made a kid and they don't want that kid, I think they should be able to call the shots. I think they should be able to get rid of it if they really, really wanted to. It should not be up to any kind of lawmaker or any kind of family member, friends, or any of that who did not have anything to do with the creation of that kid. It should be only up to the people who helped create that kid. And plus, it's not even really a kid, it's just a fetus. It's not even fully formed or anything. It's not like you're actually killing an actual person like after they're born. If the kid was already born and they end up killing the kid, yes, that's a completely different story, but this is a fetus, it's still forming. It's not even an actual person yet. It's not like when the abortion is actually happening, the fetus actually knows what's going on and that the parents don't want it anymore. It doesn't know any of that because it can't think. The brain is not fully formed yet, and it still completely depends on the mother to to form or whatever the actual scientific term is, because the mother does all of its breathing for it. It does all of it eats all the food for it, because again, fetuses can't eat because they're still forming inside of the mother. They can't do anything, so it's essentially another body part for the mother for about 9 months. But I'm not going to let the couple who created the kid off the hook. Let's say it's a high school couple and they end up fucking one night and they accidentally end up with a kid a few months later, and they're like, oh fuck, we didn't intend to make a kid. We don't want this kid. The dude should have been wearing a condom, the girl should have been on the pill, or better yet, both. So I'm not going to let them completely off the hook because it's a dumbass mistake that could have been easily prevented, alright? But if they do want to have the thing aborted, then I think they should have the right to have it aborted, because why should the mother go through all the pain that childbirth brings just to appease other people who want that kid to be created? And here's the funny thing. People care about the fetus when it's a fetus. They're like, oh, don't abort the fetus. But once the kid is actually born, they could give a shit less about it. And some people say, "Oh, put the kid in foster care." Well, what if that kid doesn't end up being adopted though? What if that kid goes through a lot of its childhood not adopted in that home, and they're like, why don't my parents want me? Why did they get rid of me? Why am I here? Is there something wrong with me? Am I ugly? Am I stupid or anything? They have all those negative thoughts that could really, really damage them in the long run. So why have them go through all that potentially and feel like they're unwanted and feel like no one wants them at all because they ended up in that home? And I especially think abortion should be available to a woman who was raped, because, well, unless you're fucking retarded, you would know that rape is pretty much sex against someone's will. Someone is forcing sex on you, and it's usually through violent force. And if a child is created as a result from that rape, chances are the mother doesn't want that child and wants to get rid of it. So I think that she should get an abortion because she didn't ask for that child. She didn't ask to be raped. None of that. It's not like it's some stupid high school couple accidentally getting knocked up because they decided to be retards and not have safe sex. But this is something completely different. Why should a woman be forbidden from an abortion after she was raped? Why should she go through the pain of childbirth? Just to appease these pro-lifers who say, "Oh, don't abort the baby," even though they had nothing to do with the creation of the baby. It's not theirs. It's not in their body. They shouldn't be able to call the shots. Why should she be able to had to birth that child just because of those people when she should be the one calling the shots. She was the one who was raped. She was the one who ended up with a kid inside of her. So it's pretty much her kid. It is her kid pretty much. And again, she should be the one calling the shots. She should be the one that makes the decision. All right, I got this kid inside of me because I was raped, and I don't want this kid. So get it out of me. I don't want it anymore. But whatever. I know what I say in this video isn't going to sway the pro-lifers who come across this potentially. And whatever. At the very least, just listen to what I have to say. Refute it all you want. Whatever. I'm willing to hear what you have to say. If you have the courtesy to listen to what I have to say, then I have the courtesy to listen to what you have to say. Oh, and also fuck the people who force the woman to have an abortion, alright? Again, it's her choice. If she actually wants the kid, if the couple accidentally ends up with the kid, then let her have the kid. Again, it's in her body. She has the perfect right to either get rid of it or keep it. So don't pressure her into either getting rid of it or keeping it. You're an asshole either way. So, yeah, I don't know how well this will go over with people, but hey, my honest opinion, and my channel's always been about my opinions and what I think about things. So if you really have a problem with that, okay, whatever, go ahead, yell, scream at me, but nothing you can say is going to sway me on this topic. And I highly doubt anything I say is going to sway you, but at the very least to listen to what I have to say, alright? Alright, anyway, a very controversial video over. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.